So, Johnny, if you want to keep f***ing around and talking shit, I'll just have some of my untouchable friends in really high places in Korea pay you a visit.
Johnny Somali might never leave South Korea, and it's not just the legal system keeping him there. The inmates reportedly have their own plans. His habit of stirring up controversy for attention has finally backfired, and he's made enough enemies to potentially keep him behind bars indefinitely. After insulting the Statue of Comfort Women, a powerful symbol of South Korea's resilience in history, he claimed ignorance, saying he had no clue what the statue represented.
I want to apologize to the Korean people. I was not aware of the significance of the statue. I was trying to get, you know what I mean? It was just entertainment for my audience.
He shrugged it off, insisting he didn't know the historical significance or what the statue stood for. But here's the thing, he went as far as mocking the statue in the most disrespectful way imaginable, leaving people furious worldwide.
Oh my God, yo, this is what I was looking for.
Actually?
Yeah.
Videos of him behaving outrageously around the statue have circulated widely, enraging everyone who values the monument's meaning. From prison guards to law enforcement and even the inmates. It seems everyone who's seen his antics is outraged. They view his actions as a direct insult to their culture and the memory of those who suffered. There are growing whispers that the Korean mafia has its eyes on him, and if they manage to catch him, his fate might already be sealed. The situation has spiraled into chaos, with whispers suggesting even Somali's closest allies are scrambling to secure his release. Reports say his family and friends have been pleading with the US Embassy in Korea, hoping for a lifeline. But Somali's tarnished reputation precedes him. Having been expelled from Japan for erratic and controversial behavior, it's no wonder the embassy has chosen to distance itself. They've made it clear, no intervention, no legal assistance, and certainly no rescue mission. The responsibility falls squarely on South Korean authorities, who appear more than ready to handle him with their full legal weight. Somali has burned every bridge. With no diplomatic support and mounting charges, his fate lies entirely in the hands of South Korea's justice system, a system notoriously unforgiving, particularly toward drug offenses and cultural disrespect. If Somali thinks he can charm his way out, he's in for a rude awakening. The public's wrath is boiling over, fueled by his desecration of the peace statue, a symbol deeply tied to Korean resilience. This single act of defiance has marked him as a pariah in a nation that values its history and culture fiercely. And inside the prisons, word has already spread about his antics, making him a target among inmates who aren't known for showing compassion to troublemakers like him. Surviving South Korea's detention centers is no easy feat, especially for someone as physically frail and socially isolated as Somali. The prison's notorious conditions, overcrowded cells, Spartan meals, and an unrelenting daily routine are enough to test even the strongest will. For Somali, the added challenge of a language barrier only deepens his isolation, leaving him trapped in confusion and loneliness. Inmates and guards alike are unlikely to show leniency to someone who has blatantly disrespected their nation. Social ostracization, combined with the ever-present threat of violence, could push Somali to his breaking point. As if his situation weren't dire enough, Somali's most recent stunt has ignited another wave of fury. He used AI to create a disturbingly realistic video of himself in a fabricated relationship with a popular Korean streamer. The clip showed an intimate moment that never happened, crossing an ethical line that has left both the streamer and her fans enraged. The backlash was immediate. The woman pressed charges, though she later dropped them after enduring vicious attacks from Somali's online supporters. But the government wasn't willing to let it slide. They've taken up the case, viewing it as a serious violation of privacy and decency. And Somali now faces up to 7 years in prison for this alone, on top of the potential decade he could serve for his earlier offenses. Somali's reckless pursuit of internet clout has spiraled into a catastrophic downfall. South Korea is making it clear they won't tolerate his behavior, and public sentiment has hit a fever pitch from lawmakers to citizens. there's a shared determination to ensure Somali faces the harshest consequences. His calculated disrespect for sacred cultural symbols and his blatant disregard for warnings have left no room for sympathy. With rumors swirling about his dwindling resources, failed cryptocurrency pleas, and questionable alliances, Somali's life has become a cautionary tale of hubris meeting its reckoning. This isn't just about legal penalties, it's a reckoning of his character. His behavior has sparked debates about cultural respect and personal accountability, with many arguing he's finally getting what he deserves. Whether Somali can withstand the trials ahead remains to be seen, but one thing is clear. His actions have left an indelible stain, and South Korea has no intention of letting him walk away unscathed. Social media commentators and news outlets have been calling Johnny Somali out left and right, pointing out that his behavior in no way represents the majority of American citizens. If anything, his antics have done some serious damage to America's image overseas. This sentiment is echoed across countless online discussions, with many users expressing their frustration and hoping that there will be consequences to curb such behavior. In particular, some US communities are outraged by his racially charged and culturally insensitive content, arguing that he's done damage that's going to be hard to undo. And as they've pointed out, there's definitely a risk of backlash coming his way. Johnny Somali's notoriety doesn't seem like it's going to fade anytime soon. Even in his home country, some people are saying that he may find himself unwelcome or even unsafe if he tries to continue his style of live streaming in the US. The growing negative attention around him has sparked discussions about whether his provocative behavior could lead to him being targeted by individuals beyond Korea. Regardless of what happens next, Johnny's risky antics have clearly put him in a dangerous spot, with many predicting violent confrontations down the road. The police have already had multiple run-ins with him, and to make matters worse, he's been banned from leaving South Korea while investigations into assault charges and suspected narcotics use continue. Many Americans now openly express their hatred toward him, offering harsh advice: don't come back to the US. They warn that if Johnny Somali returns to America, it might not be for long. His provocative actions have made him a target not only abroad but also within his own country, where his behavior is considered a disgrace by many. As we've seen, Johnny Somali's controversial actions have ignited a firestorm of backlash not only in South Korea, but also in the US. His disrespectful stunts have earned him enemies across the globe, and the consequences of his behavior are now catching up with him. With gangsters and angry citizens both abroad and at home actively seeking him out, Johnny's actions may have finally pushed him to a breaking point. His story serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of provoking people and cultures, especially when one's platform is used irresponsibly. Johnny Somali has stirred up serious controversy with his provocative remarks, openly calling for North Korea to attack South Korea in a video that has gone viral. Somali boldly expresses his desire for Kim Jong-un's regime to destroy South Korea, even suggesting that the attack should wait until he escapes the country. He goes as far as to compare the potential devastation to the infamous bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki during World War II. These shocking statements have sparked outrage, further escalating the tension surrounding Somali's already volatile situation. Johnny Somali is now facing even more legal trouble, as he is under investigation for playing North Korean propaganda while in South Korea. This new controversy could lead to additional jail time, as his actions have violated South Korea's strict laws regarding the promotion of enemy state ideologies. His provocative behavior continues to escalate, drawing attention from both local authorities and international communities, further complicating his already precarious situation. Despite facing serious legal challenges, Johnny Somali still has access to upload videos on social media. This has sparked concern as he continues to share controversial content that could further damage his reputation and lead to even more scrutiny from authorities.